The lighting here kind of sucks. But hello. Gonna wait a couple minutes before things go or start talking about books. Yeah. Hi. Hope you're doing good. Checking my phone, seeing if there's any notifications. So, first book club meeting, and I'm in Germany right now. It was not planned fully, wasn't fully expected. Hi, Vanessa. Good morning, Joanna. And yeah, I didn't bring my book because I am here in Germany, but I remember it very well. I got all of my stuff about it, so I want to hear, how are you? Hi, Heather. I am here literally like inside of our hotel room, hoping that the internet connection stays good so I can do this. Hello, hello. So 11 a.m. Yeah, it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But right now, for me, it's 5 p.m. in Germany. So kind of worked out anyways. Oh, hi! Yeah, so who read the book? Did you enjoy the book? That sort of thing. I'm currently loving Germany too, absolutely. I've been here since Sunday afternoon. And it is really nice. It's beautiful. We're in a little town area thing that has like an older portion to it and then like a newer portion to it. It's close to Frankfurt, or Frankfurt, however to pronounce it properly. But like, I think an hour away, like 45 minutes away from Frankfurt. I could try to pronounce the name of the town that I'm in, Gelnhausen, but anyways, whatever. It's cute. I'm loving the buildings, and the food here has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah. Hi, Anaricia. Okay, finishing the book. That's fine. Anybody else who I don't know, read it or wants to talk about it or wants to start off with an opening statement about it? Or should I do that? I don't know. Also, please ignore a sting in my lip. I got a cold sore like day 2 of being here, which is making me mad, but whatever. Okay, book is good. Everybody's still reading the book. That's fine. So the book that we were reading is called To Walk a Pagan Path by Alaric Albertson. And I would think this book is kind of like a spiritual guidance type of thing, or spiritual information booklet. I really enjoyed the book. I found it to be very inspirational, and how else can I put it? Very inspirational, and there's a word that I'm looking for. Not motivational, not affirming, but like solidifying what I already thought to be a pagan is, and encouraging me to do the same thing that I continued doing. Wow, okay. Suffering from jet lag. I apologize. It is 5 p.m. here. I took a nap, and I'm like trying to figure out where my brain is at right now. And let's see. Question, can I read it even if I'm into traditional? Yes, absolutely. Anybody can read the book. Biggest problem with pagan books in general is this. I read mostly in bed in the evenings, and when the author posts rituals, I can't do them usually while laying in bed, so I reach a roadblock. So this author does not talk about any rituals in particular of doing. He mentions like options for ways that you can incorporate witchcraft into your every single daily life. So he talks about like setting up a little altar or a sacred space to like give offerings or anything like that. So if you set that up, you could do it in the morning if you bypass it, like when you get your coffee or anything like that, or in the evening when you have time after dinner, those sort of things. He also mentions of growing food and being back in touch with nature. But it was a really good book. I am totally bombing this live chat. All right, I'm gonna need give me a second to recollect my thoughts. Okay. Trying to recollect my thoughts, and my phone is buzzing like crazy, so I'm gonna turn it off right now. Oh, and my husband just came aggressively. One moment. Why are you interrupting me? Why are you interrupting me? All right, my husband just got back home from work. Yeah, I'm having my YouTube live chat thingy that I'm totally poorly doing right now because my brain can't function. Anyways, the book we were reading was To Walk a Pagan Path by Alaric Albertson. Let's see, I had trouble getting into first and second chapter about the holidays. It's crazy hard to pronounce some of those days. Yes, did I rest? Yes and no. When he was talking about the holidays and the wheel of the year, I really enjoyed how he was mentioning that if you don't have to follow all of the Sabbaths that are traditionally followed. You could pick and choose what works best for you, and you can even add specific holidays or special days or how do I put it? Like spiritual days that are unique to you, to your wheel of the year. It doesn't have to be traditional. And I just love that. I thought it was just an absolutely amazing thing to kind of tailor it to yourself. Like I would have never have thought about it. I would have just thought that the 8 Sabbaths of the year is what you're supposed to kind of work with. I don't know if that makes sense. Hello, Mama Jess from Pennsylvania. Yeah, same thing. Almanac of my area. Ooh, nice. Welsh Celtic tradition. Cool. Will I be seeing any recommendations on ancestral veneration coming from you? I'd love to hear from you. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I'm gonna see if turning this light off is going to make me look less weird. Okay, that's definitely better. I felt like it was making me look sickly. Let's see. So I can understand how my area relates to the year. Plan on keeping it at least a year so I can understand the patterns. That's a really good idea. I had full-on intention of doing that. I even got a journal for it, and I just never got around to doing it. So if you are able to keep up and follow your year of the area around you, that would be amazing. That would be so, so, so cool. Books on ancestry. I haven't really looked into much. That could be something I can look into, and we talk about it at some point, but that's not something I definitely have examples for right now. First couple of days after traveling is terrible with jet lag, but it's still best to just follow the regular daily rhythm and maybe an occasional nap. After that, things should settle. I hope so. I took too long of a nap today, so maybe that just made everything worse. Your area relates to Imbolc more than you realize. Cool. How so? What do you mean by that? Also, happy holidays if anybody has celebrated Valentine's Day or anything. Yesterday was my husband's and mine 9-year anniversary, so that was pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go back to what I wrote on the thing. Another thing that I really liked, and I'm going to read a quote from the book from what I shared on my website about it, saying, depending on your life design, some of the ideas presented here might be useful, but only after they have been altered for your own use. And he really went over things and really specified things like kind of, this is how I do it, this is how I view it. But in order for it to make it unique and individual and personal to you, you should alter it and find a way to fit it into your life, into your own personal practice, which is amazing for an author to say. I feel like a couple I've read are very strict and rigid about their you have to do this type of thing. So I really liked it how he incorporated paganism overall for any pagan practitioner, regardless of your path choice, because we're all trying to connect with nature, with magic as often as we can, and incorporating it into our daily life in simple little steps is just a wonderful thing to do. Let's see. Lots is starting to poke out from underneath the fallen leaves. More buds in the trees. Nice! I should try making a Discord server. What would be, I use Discord for other things, but I don't know how it could be incorporated into this well. And I'm also trying to manage Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and my website, and I don't know if I'll be able to incorporate Discord into another platform to work with. Vanessa, how would a Discord server be beneficial? Like for books, or what do you mean? The food pictures on my Instagram are so good. Love seeing it. They taste so good too. My husband over there is laughing at me now. You want to come say hi? Come say hi. Please. Should he come say hi to you? I need a unanimous, like, a yes, so that I can do it. Never mind, he's running away. Let's see, maybe for another half hour? But my people are saying yes. You can still stop by and say, I'm gonna chase you with the laptop. He's camera shy. He's running away. Right, so building an active community, talk on a daily basis. I like that idea, but I just don't know if it's something I'll be able to add on to managing with platforms. Like I'm struggling keeping up answering comments on YouTube, so I don't know. Maybe at some point in the future when I get better at managing time and whatnot, but, maybe. Just not anytime soon, I don't think. Anything else about the book? Somebody wanna share a favorite quote of theirs that they've come across this far? Lots of love for you too, Vanessa. Any quotes? Um, all right, let's see. I'll share another one that it's he was talking about um that's okay if you're still reading. So another quote was from him, how much space is required? Only as much as you can give. And that was him mentioning creating sacred spaces or spaces for an altar or spaces for like a garden or anything like that. And I really liked the way he phrased it that there's no designated space, there's no designated square footage of whatever you need in order for it to be considered a sacred space or however you want to work with it. It can be as small as a mini travel altar that's in like the little boxes. And if that could be your sacred space to go to kind of maybe light a candle or just have something that connects you spiritually, that's all you really need. You don't need to have a huge, big cathedral sized room to have it be a sacred space or to do any magical workings in or anything like that. Your kitchen is fine. Your living room is fine. If it's in a little tin box, then that works too. Let's see. Enjoy the section on chickens. If my dog wouldn't torment them, I would like to keep a few. You can always fence them in. My parents have chickens. My mother has chickens, and she has a coop, and it's completely fenced in. So if my dog visits, she wants to taste the chicken, but she cannot taste the chicken since the chicken is behind the fence. So that is an option. I'm definitely that book inspired me to do more gardening in like my yard in my area, and we planted I think 9 fruit trees. Yeah, we planted 9 fruit trees. There's like 2 apple trees, there's a plum tree, there's 2 cherry trees, there's a pear tree, um, apricot, peach. And I want to get a hazelnut tree as well. So that definitely inspired me to add more trees into my life. And we did a whole bunch of planting last year. And they came, it was so funny when they came delivered, that was literally like a stick. It was about, it was a little like this long of a stick about, might have a tiny bit of branches on it, but it was pretty much a stick. And then it had like the roots section of it that's like about this big. So the whole thing was like maybe total of 3 feet tall. And then when we initially planted them, they just look like sticks sticking out of the ground with like a little round thing and like rocks that I put in it to just kind of give it a little bit more of a pizzazz. But it literally looked like someone just took a stick and stuck it in the ground. But after a while, they got some leaves. They grew a little bit. They look like a stick with a leaf now, but seems to be showing signs of life, so that's good. Let's see. If I put chickens in my yard in the city, my neighbors would have the problem. Um, Depends on the city ordinance. A lot of places are relatively okay having chickens, but you can't have a rooster. You'd have to look into that. There's a lot of places that just don't care. Certain towns don't care. There's some that limit to how many chickens you have. There's some that limit the location of where you put the chicken coop. Like it can't be from like 3 feet to the fence of your neighbor's yard, so it kind of has to be like in the center of your yard, that type of thing. The biggest restrictions I've seen is that you can't have a rooster because they are the noisy ones, but you don't need a rooster in order for the chickens to lay eggs all the time because chickens just lay eggs regardless. You need a rooster to make baby chickens. You don't need it for the chicken to lay eggs. But anyways, that's that. So that was another quote that I really enjoyed from him. Let's see. Anything from you guys? As I've become aware, not everybody finished the book, which is kind of funny. I'm not laughing at you. It's just that the previous time we talked about how we just wanted to focus on like one book for a specific thing, and everybody was excited, but it's fine. Like it's amusing because if I haven't read the book already, I would probably be in the same shoes as you. People have roosters in their garages. They're noisy. They could be really, really noisy. I can tell you a story about a rooster in our backyard. So I might die laughing a couple times telling it because that rooster was the bane of my husband's existence. So we live in like over a hill type of thing area, and we have neighbors on about 3 sides of us, but kind of like to the side and down we have a woodsy area, and there's like a lot of woods and like nature stuff. It's not really explorable woods, it's a very like steep slope down, but there's woods and that sort of thing. And one day there was a rooster that somehow made it into our backyard. He was just chilling there, and he found a home under our deck, and there were branches and stuff there, so that would be kind of became his perch. And he would do the whole cock-a-doodle-doo thing in the morning. And I grew up with farm animals, and my parents had chickens and that sort of thing, and that doesn't bother me in the mornings. I'm used to that noise. It doesn't even really wake me up. My husband, on the other hand, threatened to make soup out of him every single morning. And he kept trying to catch him, but he was very elusive. So it went on for like maybe a week and a half where the rooster would just be just chilling in our backyard, tormenting the living daylights out of my poor husband. He hated it so much. Towards the end, we also have like other animals. A fox found him, and I literally watched a fox chase him down into my neighbor's like front yard, and the fox got him and helped my husband with the rooster problem situation. But it was great. It was great watching him suffer. Almost every rooster is insanely amorous and has the nuptial techniques of a bulldozer. I love that. That is funny. So, the story situation on chickens about that. The book also inspired me to look into composting. It was talking about that when it was coming to gardening and whatnot. Still haven't exactly figured out how to go about that, but I might be incorporating it at some point. So, I don't know. It was very inspirational for me and really good to see that a lot of things that I've already been implementing have been considered pagan pathwise, which was really nice. Let's see. That reminds me of a funny video that I saw online where a rooster was climbing on someone's bed and woke them up, and then it cut to the chicken roasting in his bed. Hi! I think I've seen the video you're talking about. I think I've seen, yeah, what you were talking about was really, really funny. I sent that one to my stepdad. Making crafts as making things is my jam. Making crafts is your jam. Okay, I love making crafts as well. as you guys have probably noticed through some of my videos. So there's that one. There was also a section he was talking about connecting with deities or different entities, and how a lot of the people, when they try to contact them, they expect someone to just full on vocally answer them or whatever. And another quote that I shared with that is, oh, where did it go? It says, "It does not matter whether you feel, see, or hear anything. Very often, no news is good news," holds true when interacting with the spirit world. So I also really liked how he affirmed that it's not like in fairy tales or in some ways that people depict that you're trying to commune with a deity or some sort, and then they just poof in front of you like a genie out of a bottle, because that is never the case. It's usually a lot more subtle forms of communication, and very rarely do you get something like really, really clear and precise. So that is that. Post was split in two. That's okay. Hi from Ireland. Hello, hello. Hi from Germany, technically. Yeah. So those are the couple things that I took away from my book, and I think currently right now what my brain is able to process. So as far as you've read now, what is the one thing that kind of sticks out to you? Like something that you can recall of reading the book, regardless of how far you got in or whatever. What is that thing that kind of just like currently milling around in your head when you think about the book and continuing reading it? Oh, Emily from Germany too. Cool. Should set up a meet and greet somewhere, saying hi to all my people in the German area. So waiting for you guys to share. Nothing sticks at the moment. That's okay. Anything for anybody else? And next question would be, do you want to reconvene in 2 weeks to talk about this book before we pick a next one? Or like maybe 3 weeks or something like that? Learning how your local area recognized the Wheel of the Year. Yeah, that was a really good section. That's awesome. You're inspiring me to revisit that notebook that I set aside to watch my area and the way the energies pass through it throughout the year. That's okay. Ooh, yes. I thought the idea that one should go with the tradition you are inspired to follow, even if it isn't the most popular one, was a good one. Yes, I love how he was talking about that part. It's what you feel drawn to, what's calling towards you. It's not something that has to be strict and rigorous. To reconvene another time to go over it again. Okay, we could do another setup thing in 2 weeks. It's not bad. It's actually pretty nice and simple to just set up and chat with you about books. I like that. We could do it again in 2 weeks. Hopefully my brain would be functioning better by then, but yeah. By then I will be back in the States and hopefully over my jet lag. So in 2 weeks might work out well. I'm also struggling to like edit my videos. I have my laptop that I do for smaller bits and pieces of my things. But a lot of my photo editing and video editing and sound editing was happening on my big desktop computer at home that had the processing power to run all of these Photoshop apps. So I'm attempting to like edit stuff on my little laptop, and it is struggling. A video that would have taken me like maybe an hour and a half to edit is now like 3 times as long because it just starts glitching and like twitching, and then I'm sitting there trying not to pull my hair out of my head and waiting for it to buffer back up so that I can continue doing that. Anyways, hello, Kayla. But I am going to be in Germany until the 25th, so another 10 days. Be exciting. This past couple of days, I've been exploring around the little town I am, figuring out where like the little grocery store is for snacks, trying out different restaurant every single night, and the food here is, oh my god, so good. So I walked through like the older parts of this town, and I think I'm gonna end up getting a train pass probably over the weekend to branch out next week and see where the train will take me. We shall see. I have never been here before either, so this is definitely exciting. My husband is here for work, so he's working during the day, and I'm by myself exploring the what Germany has to offer around here. But yeah, fun. All right, wonderful people. Should we do this again in about 2 weeks? How does Tuesday the 28th sound? Actually, I'm gonna put up a poll. I'll have to give you a report on German pagan traditions. I'm not studying them here. I'm looking at pretty buildings and eating nice food. This isn't exactly a study visit, but I could look into it. Might be nice. Okay, let's see. So we got February 28th or March 2nd. Laptop is shaking. Oh boy. Okay. I think that would work. Find out what would be the best option. Then we can finish going over this book and pick the next one, because I also did not bring the list of book suggestions from you guys. Let's see. There's a stuffed animal museum. A stuffed animal museum? Okay, can you send that info to me on my phone? Because that might be kind of cool. German witch follow on YouTube. Cool. The Steiff Museum. Yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah, send it for me, Enricia. All right, so far it seems that the 28th is winning. A stuffed animal museum. I would have never thought that is something a museum could have. Interesting. Okay, I think 28th at 11 a.m. is the date. Awesome. It's a date then. By then, I will have the book in hand. I will be less brain foggy, and I'll be able to engage in conversation just a little bit better than I am now. So, oh, that's a good question. Is it a museum for taxidermy or toys? I'm assuming toys. But anyways, toys. Although taxidermy museum would be pretty darn cool too. Yeah. So here's that. Little awkward start to our book club situation. It will be better in the next 2 weeks. It will be better by the end of the month. Better. All right. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining and talking witchy things. And I will see you on my next video. Bye. Love you all. Have a great day, morning, evening, night, wherever you are. You still don't want to come say hi? Please. Fine. He doesn't want to say hi.